Do not think that I have come to destroy law. Why? Because I know you will think it. Grace does not cancel law. It gives you the right to obey it again. For the law was given through Moses. True. Grace and truth came through Jesus Christ. True. But be careful when you use these terms. Grace is not just favor. It's also ability. Grace gives you ability to do what? To keep the truth. And he gives advice. He says, look, ask for the ancient paths. When you are confused, go back to the root. If you don't know what to do, run back to law. I know you never saw that verse before. I know this because you are too spiritual.
Welcome back to my channel at Federal Opinion. Today, we shall be diving into this powerful teaching by Dr. Myles Munroe. Shedding luminous light on the laws of God, he made us to understand that grace does not cancel laws. Rather, it gives us the right to obey it again. However, he said, ask for the ancient path, and when you are confused, go back to the roots. This is a powerful message you won't want to miss, so stay tuned and watch to the end. If you enjoy this content, please hit the like button and subscribe. And if you learn anything from this video, please share it across for others to learn.
Don't touch the ancient boundaries. What are we doing right now? We are tampering with ancient boundaries. I mean, we knew what a family used to be, right? Now we're tampering with it. We got two men adopting children, calling it a family. This is ancient meddling. Here's another one I thought was interesting. Jeremiah says, this is what the Lord says, stand at the crossroads. Everybody said we at a crossroads. Now Jeremiah is talking to 2014 right now. He's saying, look, your country's at a crossroads. City at a crossroads. Governments at a crossroads. And he gives advice. He says, look, ask for the ancient paths. When you are confused, go back to the root. If you don't know what to do, run back to law. I know you never saw that verse before. I know this because you are too spiritual. He concludes, he says, ask for the ancient paths and ask where the good way is and walk in it. And you will find what? Rest for your souls. When you obey law, there's always peace. How many of you ever ran a red light at a stop sign? What happens to your body? Everything changes in your body. The chemicals go crazy. All of a sudden, you start looking in the rearview mirror. You're checking everywhere. Why? Because there's no peace. Come on, you're clap. If you know you're not committing adultery, you got peace in your bedroom. Law guarantees peace. Why there's no peace in your community? Because young people are violating law. What is crime? Violation of law. Everything is law related. And if we don't understand the power of law, how it relates to character development and values, we'll never be successful. Another statement by Solomon. Solomon said, do not move the ancient boundary stones set up by your forefathers. The first century leader Paul says, see it to it that no one takes you captive through hollow and deceptive philosophy. Now, what they call breaking of law, they call it philosophy now. They have big words for it. As a matter of fact, he says, which depends on human tradition. We create values we want to trade to our children. So we violate ancient law. Notice Paul just says it plainly. He says, the basic principles of this world would they choose instead of the law of Messiah? Can I suggest to you that we don't even understand Jesus? Jesus was a powerful reminder of law. Let me read his first public statement about law. He says, "Do not think that I have come to destroy law." Why? Because I know you will think it. Matter of fact, let me just take you there. Let me define law for you. Write this down quick. Laws are principles. Principles are, the word prince means first. So principle means first law. Why? Because there's some second, third, fourth, and fifth laws that come along. So when someone says something is a principle, they didn't create that. That's the original one. Laws are original rules. They are foundations. They are inherent. They are natural. Laws are creative injections to preserve life. As a leader, you must make a decision from this day forward that you will never tamper with divine laws or natural laws, and that you will defend them, protect them, and die for them. I remember reading Martin Luther King's statement. It shook my heart. He said, there comes a time when you must break human law when it conflicts with God's law. This is for the religious people, because we got some folks going around now emphasizing grace. And I warn you, grace does not cancel law. It gives you the right to obey it again. When you are set free from prison, the judge always says, "Don't you ever come back to my courtroom." What he's saying is, go out of here and obey law. So freedom is to obey law. Can't understand this. Here's a statement. For the law was given through Moses. True. Grace and truth came through Jesus Christ. True. But be careful when you use these terms. Grace is not just favor. It's also ability. Grace gives you ability to do what? To keep the truth. What is truth? The original information. And so, for those of you who need proof, let's read this together. Go. They are godless men who change the grace of God into a license for immorality and deny Jesus Christ, our only sovereign Lord. They use grace to do what? As license for immorality. This conference is about the moral force of leadership. And the only way to guarantee morality is law. Some of the politicians have lied to you and said things like, you cannot legislate morality. Don't you ever believe that. That is not true. Every law is moral. Every law has moral implications. You cannot make a law that doesn't contain morality. I submit to you, my friends, that grace is simply given to keep law. There are people walking around saying that the Apostle Paul preached against law. Shows me your theology. Let's read what he says. He says, you, my brothers, read out loud with me, please. You, my brothers, you were called to be free. Yay! Yippee! Freedom! Woo! Don't you love freedom? But read the rest of the sentence. Oh, stop it. You're depressed by now. Stop. He said, don't use your freedom to indulge in sinful nature. Rather, serve one another in love. The entire law is summed up in this command, he says. A command is a law. Love one another. If you love your brother, you will not steal his material. If you love your brother, you won't sleep with his wife. If you love your brother, you'll pay him what he is worth. These are all moral activities. It's moral not to steal, but it came from a law. Some people think that love replaces law. I'm going to disappoint you now. Take a deep breath. All right? I want to ask those religious people in here, how many of you love Jesus? Let me see your hands. Come on, don't be afraid. You're nervous now, see? Okay, then let me quote what he said.
Nanu dike Iye jamara dike ruenu Egwe chenji kwe